Hey Canucks fans, we need to start a winning streak. So why not start now? I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clay Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, February the 15th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Just Incredible, and nucksfan number 29. Thank you for your support, and thanks to everyone, all members of all levels, for your support. We actually had a members only live stream, franchise and Hall of Fame members last night. Went really well. We missed you if you couldn't be there. And for anyone who wants to consider joining still, press the join button underneath this video or click on the memberships tab on my channel here. Happy Family Day to most of you in Canada. I think most provinces, it says here on Google that at least BC, Alberta, Ontario, New Brunswick, and Saskatchewan observe it on the third Monday of every February. So I'm home. I'm excited. I'm in my home office. I'm wearing my Canucks golf shirt, as you can see, and I got a haircut, finally. I was getting kicked out of public places because my hair was so long, but in all seriousness, I feel good. I know I look good, founder of the GLCPC, and I appreciate all of you being with me here right now, watching this, another Canucks game day. Another Canucks game day preview. Kind of interesting, actually. We know that the Canucks won 3-1 on Saturday night, a solid performance all around from the entire lineup, and especially on the defensive side, working hard, stifling the Calgary Flames, even strength on the Flames power play. It was just a complete effort by the Vancouver Canucks. And before the game, I actually put a goofy little Twitter poll up on Twitter, and I said this basically. I said, what's the biggest issue tonight? What's the biggest storyline? And I said, the fact that we can't solve Markstrom, the fact that we've lost 6 straight games, the fact that Aquilini is tweeting, or the fact that I needed a haircut really badly. Remember, this was back on Saturday. So, of course, the Canucks won 3-1. They solved Markstrom. They ended their 6-game losing streak. I got my haircut today, so I joked around and said 3 of those four things happened, and the other one, i.e. Aquilini tweeting, might be the thing that turns the season around. Now, I think I'm getting a little over-dramatic here, but hey, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, and I want to remain positive, and who knows? It could be galvanizing, motivating, inspiring, whatever word you want to use. It at least worked for at least one game, even though some players like Tyler Myers claim they didn't see the tweets. Same with Travis Green. So that's fine. We'll take them for what it's worth, but I'm sure they've seen them by now. Let's talk about tonight's game. No surprise, the Canucks are likely going to go with the exact same lineup. So you have your Lotto line, you have Horvat with Hoglander and Pearson, you have Sutter with Gaudette and Roussel, and then your fourth line of Beagle between Jake Virtanen and Louis Eriksson. Yeah, kind of a mismatch there on that fourth line, but that's what worked. And you have some defensive responsibility in Beagle and Beagle and Eriksson. A lot of defensive responsibility, and at least you have some speed on the wing with Virtanen. He showed a lot of that speed actually on Saturday night, which is good. On the blue line, the same 6. We have Hughes with Ben, Edler, Schmidt, and Juolevi with Myers. And remember the point I made on Saturday night or yesterday. Hughes played under 18 minutes for the first time in forever, where Myers, Schmidt, and Edler were the big 3, so to speak. They all played between 22 and 23 minutes. So I like that. If the Canucks are winning, you don't have to play Hughes so much, especially if you're trying to protect the lead. You're probably going to play those 3 guys more, and including Ben, more than you're playing Hughes. So I like that. And then in goal, it is Thatcher Demko making a 3rd straight start. And it makes sense. He was solid. He didn't have a lot of work on Saturday night, but he was certainly sharp when he needed to be. And Demko looks like he's kind of taken over the starter's role, if you could call it that, from Braden Holtby, or at least emerged from the two of them as the lead starter. On the other side, it looks like, actually I don't know, because I didn't follow any Calgary reporters this morning, but I'm pretty sure Jacob Markstrom will be starting once again, and I'm just really glad that the Canucks finally solved them. Okay, let's talk about some of the guys that aren't playing yet, and maybe they will get in the lineup. So up front, you had Zach McEwen and Jace Harlock as doing some extra work after practice. So McEwen, some people are surprised that he hasn't got a shot, but as Thomas Drance and others have mentioned, I think when you lose Mott out of your bottom 6, he's not the most amazing player, but he is fast, right? He skates well, and when you lose both Mott and Bailey as options, those 2 guys can skate really well. So Virtanen skates better, or just as well as those guys, and you need that speed. You put McEwen in, I think you're lacking a lot of foot speed, and yeah, you need some semblance of speed. You got Gaudette on one line, and then you have Virtanen on the other. So at least you have a guy who can skate fast on both lines, regardless of how good they are defensively. And then we're Jace Harlock. He's off the injured list, so we're just kind of waiting to see when he gets in. But I don't think he gets in until the Canucks lineup falters, which obviously we don't want them to do. We want them to build on this modest, it's not even a winning streak yet. They've won one game, but it's better than losing. And they lost 6 in a row, so now it's time to build up a modest winning streak. On the blue line, you have Jalen Chatfield, who's healthy, but kind of lost the spot. I've been talking a lot about how Juolevi has taken that spot and played well, forcing Schmidt to play on the right side, which I think evens out the top of the blue line a lot better. Now you have Hughes, Ben. Maybe Ben is a placeholder for having it, but you have Hughes, Ben, and Edler and Schmidt playing on the right side. You put Schmidt on the left side, then your left side is stacked with Hughes, Schmidt, and Edler, but then your right side doesn't look so good. Then it's Myers, it's Ben, and it's Chatfield, right? So without Hamonic in the lineup. So it's not as strong. So it makes sense that Juolevi's playing, and he's playing well, and then Schmidt can play on the right side. It's nice to have both Schmidt and Ben who can play both sides. And then Guillaume Brisebois was also skating today, but I think he's still in the taxi squad. I don't think he's part of the main roster. So the main roster, your 3 healthy scratches tonight would be McEwen, Harlock, and Jalen Chatfield. Okay, lastly, I want to say that the Canucks are 7-11, but obviously they're not anywhere close to a playoff spot yet. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not as good a possibility as it was at the start of the season, or when the Canucks were 6-6 before they lost 6 straight. Is that right? 6-6? Were they 6-6 and they lost 2, 3? My math. Oh yeah, they got to 6-6 and then they lost 6 straight. But at 7-11, no, that doesn't matter. I gotta figure out the math. Now this is really bad, but now this is bothering me because I can't figure out why I keep saying they're 7-11, but I thought that they were 6-6 at one time. You guys are probably like dying here watching me trying to figure this out. Yeah, prior to Saturday night, the Canucks had lost 6 in a row, but then they beat Winnipeg, so they're 1-0, 1-1, 1-3, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5. Oh, okay. Of course, the Canucks didn't get to 6-6 at 500. They got to 5-5, and then they went one game over 500, 6-5 when they beat Winnipeg. That's right. And then they lost 6 in a row to go to 6-11. I'm sorry, that was probably like the worst 45 seconds of my YouTube career right there. But yes, so the Canucks are 7-11. But I've always said this. If Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa, when they're not playing each other, can keep winning, you don't think Ottawa will catch Vancouver, and we don't think we're going to catch Toronto, Montreal. If those 3 teams keep winning, and if Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg keep losing, or they lose more than they win, then we have a shot. And of course, it's a lot more complicated than that. It's not that simple. But I think that's really, at least for me, that's the way I'm going to be rooting in this North Division for the rest of the year. Is I want Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa to win. I want Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg to lose. Of course, those teams play each other, so you're always going to have one winner, one loser, and a lot of extra points floating around. But that's kind of the way I'm going at it right now. Okay, sorry for that painful last minute. Maybe when I cut my hair, I cut out some of my brain as well. Canucks fans, what's your score prediction for tonight? Are you fine with the lineup as is? And just tell me how you're feeling right now on this Family Day holiday, at least in BC and other parts of the country. Leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Join this channel as a member if you'd like to. And don't forget to join me for my post-game live stream just before 10 o'clock after the game tonight. Hopefully, we're talking about another Canucks win. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and enjoy the game. Go Canucks, go.